Hey, what's up guys? It's Beaststerminer here. I'm going to bring you guys a quick little tutorial of how I make my videos, and I figured a lot of you would be interested to kind of see the editor that I have, and I've already talked about in some previous commentaries the editor that I use, which is ArcSoft Showbiz at the moment. I know it's not the best editor. It actually came with my Hophies HD PVR Gaming Edition 1, and like I said, it's not the best editing software, but it does what I need it to do. So we'll go ahead and jump on into this. So first off, I'm going to go ahead and start the editor up, and I actually put a just for a tutorial video's sake, I got a little gameplay for you guys on some Modern Warfare 2 of recent, and we'll just use this gameplay just for the timing of this, and to kind of give you guys a representation of how I edit my videos. So if any of you are YouTubers, which I'm sure some of you are, a lot of YouTubers actually watch my videos, you guys will know how your editing works. Now I don't know what all you guys are using, and for the people that don't even edit, you guys can kind of see for the first hand, I guess first-hand experience about how things get done in the YouTube world, grand scheme of things. Now, just for the sake of this video, like I said, this is a tutorial, and this is just a gameplay that I'm probably not going to use on YouTube. I might salvage a few clips in here and there from this gameplay, we'll see. But the thing is, I wanted to really briefly explain about my editor. Like I said, I cannot do any color correction whatsoever with this editor. I cannot do any sharpness. I can't add really any special effects. The only thing this editor really does is allows me to put my gameplay on this timeline right here. As you can see, you got two audio files. And this is just the video audio, so really you only have two audio files that you can make individually with each video. And then you can put some text here. This is what text is. You can put your own individual text right here, wherever you decide to put it. And that's pretty much it. This is a very simple editor. So we'll go ahead and we could go ahead and get on into it. I cannot talk, I apologize. But we'll go ahead and start with this video, load it on my timeline. Okay, cool. So for instance, let's say I don't want to start the video right here, which, I never do like to start my videos at the loading screen of a map. So I'll pick a certain part in the gameplay. Let's see, maybe where I get my first kill, so to speak. So we'll start off right here. And we'll look around here until I find a kill. Sorry about that, I forgot to turn my speakers off during the recording of this. I meant to do that originally, but you guys can already probably have heard it echo. So I'm just looking on the timeline for a part where I find interesting, where I want to start the video off. Usually I'll try and find some little mini-tage-worthy clips to start off my videos. I like to mix them up and get you guys some variety, but for the sake of this video, we'll just kind of keep it simple. And in the beginning of this game, I don't really get many kills. I usually die because I'm going to try and play the objective. So I'm still looking for some kills here. Trying to find that interesting part to start the gameplay. That'll be a good start. Okay, so I usually just look at the video and try to remember the score or time limit. That's usually get indicated. This is what I do anyway, and we'll just drag it to about that. So now we have to go back and find it. See, usually in these other editors, they're a lot better, like Sony Vegas, which I will be getting at some point. I just need to get some money together and a better PC overall. I know there's other programs out there besides Sony Vegas that are probably a lot cheaper, but I'd prefer Sony Vegas, and I can get my hands on a copy of one for around $300. Pretty pricey, I understand, but it'll make my videos look a lot better, and it'll be a lot easier to edit. But with these editors, you can click on a certain part to cut out a video, and then you can click. You'll say you wanted to, for instance, let's say on one of the better editors. This one's a piece of crap, but let's say the video starts at the beginning. So you'll start at the beginning. And let's say you want to start about right here where I'm about to get a kill. You can click from there to there, and it can cut all this out. Instead, I have to click individually and drag it and try to guess where this next kill is going to happen by. I just use the audio little squiggly line here. Yeah, it's pretty, it seems pretty rough right now, right, as editor, I actually go through a lot to try and edit videos for you guys. It's a lot of hard work for me just because I have to try and guess all the time, and it takes a lot more time than it could if I had a better editor. But, you guys can see this is where I get my first kill, or one of them anyway. It wasn't exactly where it started at the beginning of the video, but that audio may or may not be too loud. So I'm going to take the audio down a little bit. And I usually like to make it gradually go up. So let's say it fades in. I'll let you guys hear that really quick. So it fades in a little bit. I don't know exactly how quiet or loud that is because I don't have my headphones on. I can't hear it, but you guys can kind of get a short little glimpse of how loud it is. And let's say I wanted to stop after I got that said kill. So let's say I get the kill, and I wanted to stop. I'd have to click and drag this and guess again where it stops. So I have to say about right here. It looks like it. Right, that's about where I need it to stop. I'll probably go a little bit longer so I can get a little bit of a smoother transition. So we'll do this. We'll do that. It's looking alright. So I'll start from the beginning. And now, you know, it fades, so it's all good. Probably make it a little bit longer. You want a little bit of a longer fade so it doesn't sound so choppy, of course. You know, and then we'll start the beginning off. Let's say, just have it fade in. So now we'll do this. These are my transitions, by the way. I'm very limited with the transitions I have. I usually just use fade because I think it looks the best and it's the most simplistic. But we'll go ahead and preview this. Okay, so not too bad. I know it's not. This is obviously not my best work. I'm just kind of trying to get you guys a quick little explanation of what I do here. So usually after I do a little mini-tage, it depends on the video, but I like to throw in my intro afterwards. So I'll go into my own individual file here. I'll find my intro, which should be right there. This is my outro. This is my intro. It's already a preset file and all that. It's already got its preset audio. It doesn't need to be adjusted in any means, so that's great for me. Which it's not really a big deal. I can just move this up and down and adjust it. We're going to put another transition on that, so that way it fades into my intro a little bit smoother. So we'll do that. Set it to about I usually hit for about 15 milliseconds or so. 12's fine. You know, anywhere between 15 to 10 is perfectly fine, at least to my liking. So we'll preview it one more time. Okay, so you pretty much heard, you know, just like, you know, just kind of pretend here, you know, if that actually was a good clip. You know, just kind of how I do my videos just for the intro. So now we'll add the actual video file. Let's say I wanted to use the same gameplay, but just for the rest of the video. So we're going to go back to the tutorial, and we're just going to put the gameplay right back on here. And I'm going to cut to another point where I just think it'd be fine to put a gameplay up, or just the rest of the gameplay. So we'll do that. We'll make the sound go way down, so it's a lot quieter. And we'll do that, so it's like, you know, it's a little bit smoother, so you guys see how it is. Okay, so obviously that's much more quiet. And let's say I want to use the rest of this gameplay to record. Of course, I would cut out all the boring parts, but just for the sake of this video, like I said again, it's a tutorial, so it's going to be much shorter and much like less, I guess, quality-wise, just because, like I said, it's a tutorial. I'll actually do this much better when I make my own videos, of course, guys. You know how I like to do. I don't want to give you guys bad content. But just like I said, for the sake of this video, we'll do that. So now it'll fade in from the you know, the intro. So we'll fade into the video like this. And you know, you'll notice in the editor too, it seems like it lags a little bit. I have no idea. I think it's just the low quality editor. Usually whenever it goes from one transition to the next video, it has a little bit of a lag and a video delay. Most of you probably know what I'm talking about, especially if you know how to edit videos and all that. But now we're going to add my outro, and then we're going to be done for the tutorial video. So we'll go back to my outro and intros, which is back up here. We'll add my outro. I usually like to add my outro just because I feel like it just adds a little bit to the experience. I know a lot of people, actually before I do that, I need to make the audio slowly. I need to choose actually a stopping point in the video. So let's say, usually for the stopping point, I make the volume go a little bit lower. I find a point where it would be a good point to fade, which would be right about here, I'd say. Let's just check it just to make sure. So, you know, the audio fades off into the distance. I could probably make it go a little bit less fade, you know. And now we've got my outro and the last part of the video that I want to do, and I'm happy with that. Of course, you know, it'd be better whenever I'm actually doing the video for real. We'll make a little bit of a, you know, little mini transition here. It'll be anywhere from 15 to 20 milliseconds, of course. And it'll fade to my outro. And usually I have music at the end of this, and I'll show you guys how to do that in just a moment. Alright, so you see my outro, and it has nothing at the moment, no music, no sound whatsoever. So then what I simply do is go to the individual tab for music. my music provider, Jordan Vandy, you know, I'll go to this or just whatever music I decide to use. I usually use the Upbeat Symphony, so I'll use that for my outro, and I'll drag it to about where the transition and the intro, or outro rather, meet. So I'll do that. You can see where it starts playing about right here. I'll leave it, I'll make it a little bit quieter, and then we'll do that. And this is about where the transition for the video goes to black, so I'll make this audio go a little bit down and it fades to black essentially, so you guys can see how that works and all that good stuff. Alright, so we have that fade, and of course we got to make a few more adjustments here and there because it's not exactly how I want it to be. I try to match it up with the end of the video, so we'll say that's fine, you know, that's good enough. So I'll let you guys hear from the video fade to the outro, and we'll see how that works. Okay, apparently it's liking the lag a little bit. This is a problem with these editors, guys. I don't have Sony Vegas. It's not a, you know, this editor kind of sucks. This is the trial and errors that I go through on a day-to-day basis just to make you guys a video. So I hope you guys try to understand to the best extent of what I go through. But and you know, we'll go ahead and fade here just to, you know, the fade to black, because you can see where the audio goes down right here. So we'll do that. And that's pretty much it. You know, there's obviously a lot more to making the video. There's a lot more. I'll put a, you know, this is the line for my commentaries usually, and the rest of this is generally music, depending on what the video is. You can only imagine what I have to go through to make a montage. It takes so long to make a montage. There's a lot to go into it just because of how limited I am to the editor. But I want to make you guys this video just so you guys can get a better understanding of what I have to work with when I do my videos, what I edit. And this isn't a complaining video by any means. I just want you guys to understand all the work I actually have to go through just to make you guys a video. So if people are asking why some of my videos may not have the best colors or no color correction or whatever, or the brightness is messed up, whenever I record, I cannot edit the file in this editor obviously, because all you can see is this is the transitions tab, this is the special effects tab, which obviously, as you can see, this just does not look pretty at all. You know, these don't do anything. This just, you know, you can see what they do. It just gives you a little preview, and it's not worth it. This doesn't do anything. And this is just for to put text on the screen, which again is not anything near special effects. But this is all I'm limited to do. And after all that's done, I'll go to produce, create a file. I usually choose 1080p, but for 720p for the Minecraft series, just because I don't render the videos in 1080p because they're 30 minutes long, and no, I'd rather not do that. Plus, I record it in 720p, so that wouldn't make any sense. But that's pretty much what I do, and then I'll click start. So I'll do that real quick just for the time being of this video, and it'll start doing it. It'll export the file to a certain set file, which is my rendered videos, which you'll see it's right here. It's being made at the moment. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed and you know, hopefully learned some things and learned all the stuff I have to go through. So maybe the next time you say, well, you know, you could have done better on this editing, just think about all the stuff I have limited to. I mean, if you want to donate Sony Vegas to me, I'd appreciate it. Obviously, I'm just kidding, guys. Don't do that because that program is ridiculously expensive, and it wouldn't be worth it anyways with this PC that I have. So you guys kind of get a better understanding of what I have to do and work with. I'm trying my best, but this is as much as I can literally do. I mean, I cannot do any more, and I'm not just saying that. There's really not much more I can do with this editor in particular, and this computer in particular. Maybe in the future when I get some more upgrades and all that, I'll be able to get you guys some you know, even better content. I look forward to the future, of course, with this channel. You guys, of course, have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one.